try to make this very succinct and quick. Mr. Blanton, did you conduct a Capitol Dome tours in your official capacity when it was closed to the public during the pandemic?
Yes, absolutely. I conducted tours with members of both the House of Representatives and members of the Senate, their families, and associated personnel with them.
The swim team that's mentioned in the investigation?
The swim team tour was an exterior tour, from my understanding, because the pictures that were posted from Facebook were posted on the exterior steps.
And you didn't offer that, or you didn't conduct that?
No, I conducted it, but the exterior of the Capitol was not closed at that time.
Did you take them inside?
I don't remember specifically the swim team tour itself. It was a surprise to me, but I do know my wife on her Facebook had pictures of her and the swim team on the Senate side of the Capitol steps on the East Plaza.
All right, well, okay, we can only infer. Just let me do two other lines of questioning. Has the architect of the Capitol fully returned to work in person? Have you been fully returned to work in person?
So we still have a telework policy. I am here effectively every day of the week. There may be days where, for example, we also have our COVID protocols and our health checklist that if you have any of the symptoms that OAP says are COVID-related symptoms, that I may call in and say, I'm feeling this, I'm not going to show up. However, I'm still working at that time.
I just would think, I've been a physician for 30 years. The public health emergency honestly should have ended a year ago. We're into an absolute endemic phase with this, and why people are not back in work in Washington, D.C. blows me away. It just absolutely blows me away. And you as architect of the Capitol, why you are not here every day, physically, all day, I'll just go on about that. Does your executive team come here and work fully every day?
In the original pandemic, I cut my executive team in half so that we wouldn't, because at that time, we didn't.
No, I'm talking about today.
Today?
Let's talk about today.
There is part of my executive team or me here. I mean, it's a rare week that I'm not here every day.
It should be, my opinion, your executive team and you should be here every day. You're the architect of the Capitol. You're in charge of this building. There's no reason for you to be doing stuff otherwise. So let me ask a few other things. I'm a physician and very well known, very well versed with PPE and everything. You were given over close to $12.5 million for the PPE. Have you done any type of fraud review to see where all that stuff is? Was it spent correctly? And what its disposition is? Have you done any type of accounting oversight with that $12.5 million?
So I'm very confident with the money that we received for PPE. It was dispersed to the House, Senate, Library of Congress, our Botanic Garden, and Supreme Court for support.
What gives you that confidence?
The fact that I have had numerous meetings with my staff and discussing the distribution and the purchase of the PPE. I will also say that at the time that we were buying it, there were great fluctuations in the cost.
Absolutely, understand it completely. How much did you spend? Do you have any left?
No, that our COVID supplemental money is expired. We do not. We have some minor inventory of PPE left, such as things like home COVID tests and things like that. But we don't have any money to procure PPE for the entire campus anymore.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, that's all my question. I'll yield back.